takes a closer look at environmental solution. The project is titled Comparative Study of Oil Removal Efficiency using activated carbon, spent coffee ground, and sawdust at various temperatures.
I do love a good eco-friendly project. Let's welcome our next set of presenters to the stage. นนท์ประวิตร พัฒษานิยา ประภาพิมพ์ จินดาพร
Let's hear it from them, everyone.
Good morning, judges and audience. We're very excited to present our project. Good afternoon. Sorry. Good afternoon, judges and audience. We're very excited to present our project. But firstly, let us introduce ourselves. My name is Pasariya Bakhaman.
My name is Papapin Tidirojanawat.
My name is Jinaphon Thikampon.
My name is Nurmuri Kambusa.
And our project is about comparative study of oil removal efficiency using activated carbon, spent coffee grounds, and sawdust at various temperatures. To understand why we choose this project, firstly, we have to look at the severity of the oil pollution. Every day, oil spill from factories, cars, kitchens goes into our water. This form a thick layer of oil on top of the water. So this harm the fish because no oxygen can go through those thick layers. So it's harm marine animals. So finding the way, easy and cheap way to find a way to solve this problem, it's a very big deal. So this brings us to our approaching. Activated carbon is commonly known for the absorbing oil, but it's kind of expensive. So we want to try something new. We want to find another substance that can absorb oil. The other one we choose is sawdust and spent coffee grounds. We want to know if these two can beat or match with efficiency of the activated carbon or not. We aim to find the best substance that's gonna absorb the oil. So we have four main goals in our project, or also known as objective. First is to evaluate the oil absorption performance of spent coffee, activated carbon, and sawdust. Second is to determine the effect of water temperature on the oil absorption efficiency of each substance. The third is to evaluate the absorption performance of each absorbent for vegetable oil, used cooking oil, and the motor oil. The last is to identify the absorbent that provides the highest oil removal efficiency under the experimental conditions.
Step of experiment. First step is preparation of absorbent and oil water mixture. First, we need to prepare 10 grams of absorbent substance such as activated carbon, spent coffee, sawdust. Second, we need to prepare water at 3 different temperatures, such as 25 degree, 50 degree, and 75 degree. Third, we need to prepare 20 grams of oil contaminants, such as vegetable oil, used cooking oil, and motor oil. Second step is mixing and absorption process. For each oil type, fill 3 separate cups of water at each desired temperature, and add each absorbent substance into the respective cup, and stir the mixture thoroughly to ensure proper contact, and allow the mixture to sit for 30 minutes to undergo through Third step is filtration process. After the 30-minute filtration time, pour each mixture into the filter setup and allow the mixture to filter completely for 1 hour. Fourth step is drying and data collection. After 1 hour, collect the filter residues and leave them to air for 4 days. And after 4 days, weigh the dry residues using a scale to analyze and compare the capacity at each material.
Results at 25 Celsius. Sawdust show the best performance in liquid separation and retention. Spent coffee ground ranked second, and activated carbon was the least effective. Sawdust absorb liquid effectively through capillary action, while activated carbon is better at absorbing molecule than absorbing liquid. Cheap and biodegradable materials like sawdust are more practical and cost effective than expensive high-tech alternative. Overall, sawdust was the best performer, making it the most suitable material of real-world industrial application.
Second result, at 50 degrees Celsius, sawdust is still the best material for oil absorption and retention, outperforming spent coffee ground and activated carbon. The discussion, meaning sawdust effortlessly trapped in because hot oil via capillary action, whereas activated carbon fail as heat stop the molecule from sticking. Implication, the molecule is stable and budget-friendly, so that is perfect for high heat environment like in Thailand and is not expensive. The verdict, a clearly victory, so that's sawdust is a robust practical champion that stay effective even when the heat turn up.
At 75 Celsius, sawdust outperform all other immediate liquid separations and prolonged retention, while spent coffee grounds show competitive retention with vegetable oil and activated carbon underperform. Meaning sawdust fibers hold strong as oil thins in heat. Spent coffee grounds bond better with vegetable oil and activated carbon fails. Implication, perfect for commercial kitchens and biodiesel plants to clean hot spills immediately without cooling. Verdict, sawdust is an all-temperature champion and spent coffee grounds are a great heat-activated secondary options. Conclusion, evaluating sawdust, spent coffee grounds, and activated carbon across temperature and various oil types. The study found that sawdust is the most effective material for immediate liquid extraction while also analyzing long-term oil retention. Furthermore, this performance sawdust consistently perform well at excess oil temperatures, proving that this organic waste material successfully handle realistic wastewater conditions and offering a cheap, eco-friendly way to clean up oil spills. Thank you for your attention.
And we're ready for your question.
So based on your conclusion, best is the sawdust, right?
Yes.
May I know which material is your activated carbon coming from? Because it's an activated carbon, it must be coming from somewhere else.
We bought it from online.
You bought it online and you did not bother research on where is it coming from? Because the origin of your activated carbon may affect the capacity of its absorbent capacity. That's why you got that kind of result. You did not, right? You did not include it. Yeah, I get it. Okay, now, I'm sure you made your research. Yeah, it's stated in your RRL. I did not read all. Of the three, right? Sawdust.
Yes, three substances.
Three substances, right?
Yes.
Three different substances. Have you ever encountered in your research that the best is activated carbon? Have you encountered that in your research, that the best adsorbent for oil removal, which is being used, which is being applied in real world, is activated carbon?
We have put it that actually it's commonly used for the cleaning up the oil through based on the efficiency of the oil absorption.
Okay,
But
have you encountered also what's the reason why it is commonly used? There must be something in the activated carbon why people are using it.
we'll put that in mind, but we haven't did the research on that why is activated carbon. It's commonly used. We just search that it's common.
Yeah, and what should be in your material that would have an accurate absorbent capacity? What are the characteristics of the materials that you're looking for so that it could remove oil? What are in the sawdust? What are in the, what's the other material? Sawdust, coffee grounds. What
Yes.
are in them that made them capable to remove oil?
In my opinion, it's the capillary, the small holes in that substance, the capillary
There is
action.
something in there. I want to know what is that something in there because I might be able to think of doing further research that I'm gonna use.
In the presentation, I read it and I put that the capillary action, it's like the small holes in each substance that, the more hole it is, it can absorb more oil in it.
Okay, so the bigger the surface area of your material, because it has more capillaries or you're choking, is better. Would you agree on my statement?
I would say it's positive.
Okay, thank you, Sherry.
Hello, M5. Just want to read an excerpt in your methodology after you had an adsorption. The adsorbent was removed using a funnel lined with coffee filter paper and allowed to drain completely. Can you remember this step?
Yeah.
So how did you make sure that no oil was removed by the coffee filter itself? Because if the coffee filter had made a contribution to the removal, then it would be there would be a huge error on this study.
Yes, we have weighed the mass of the filter before of it and the after that we put, and we already deduct the minus that weight.
And
of before.
and what was the result? Well, was there a significant difference when you between before and after weighing?
Can you repeat that again?
You just told me that you weighed the coffee filter, Chima,
Yes, we have.
before using and after using. Before and after filtering the adsorbents, yes?
I'm sorry, that it's my mistake. We only waited before the use.
So how did you make sure that the coffee filter didn't remove oil by itself? Is there anything that we missed?
I think that part it's our mistake. We haven't thought of that we should measure the after that, because filter might absorb some of the oil. Yeah.
All right, thank you, Zen. May I know what plant or tree type was the sawdust made of?
The type?
It was sawdust. What was the plant or tree type it was made of? How did you get the sawdust in the first place?
We go to the shop that sells wood.
And do you know what plant species the wood is?
I'm sorry, I know it in Thai, but I don't know it in English.
Oh, all right. Just my last question. What made sawdust durable to function up to 75 degrees Celsius? Do you have any idea to share? What's in the sawdust that it can still function up to 75 degrees, that it bested out other adsorbents? What do you think made it durable?
The reason that makes sawdust still doable with 75 degrees. Maybe because wood itself, it doesn't compared to three substance. In my opinion, I think wood is like it has effect based on the temperature, but it has the highest. Now imagine at the same temperature, I think the wood, the sawdust will affect the least, because it has to have the temperature to affect the sawdust rather than to other.
Thank you, Na.
Okay, I ask you this one. Okay, you do look like the practical work, but before you do the practical work, you have to start with the theory work. But I want you to show, right, the theory look like chemical formula, right? Chemical formula or structural formula. Example, right? Example. Okay, example. You have AB, right? AB. When you add C, you can separate A and B, like this one. Okay, you just if you don't have, you can give some short answer.
I will keep that in mind. Yeah, of course, for the future project.
Hello.
Hello.
So here's my question. So why activated carbon absorb oil more effectively than the coffee grounds? Why activated sawdust more effectively to absorb oil than the coffee grounds?
I'm sorry, can you repeat that again?
Why activated carbon sawdust is more effectively in absorbing oil than the coffee grounds?
Activated carbon, has the least. The rank is sawdust, spent coffee grounds, and activated carbon. Activated carbon was the least that absorbed the oil.
Have you tried this project in a contaminated area? Contaminated like oil spill?
Yeah. I mean, we
Have you conducted a research in putting a sawdust in a contaminated area, like there's a oil spill? Because your project, we can use this to clean the water, right? Water treatment.
yeah.
Have you tried? Have you conducted a research?
The research on that other people did it.
Yes.
We have, but we haven't found the one that associated with the temperature. There's only like absorbing the oil with the substance, but I haven't found the one that have a temperature associated with.
All right. So how did you gather your data?
Got our data.
Yes. So you just do your project inside the rooms? You didn't conduct it outside?
We didn't use like the real contaminated water.
Okay.
We have water, the same amount for everything. That it's a tap water, the same tap water for every set of the experiment, and we put the different type of oil. It's not the real contaminated water, but we assume that is the contaminated water by using different type of oil.
All right. Thank you, girls. Well done.
Using coffee grounds and sawdust for oil removal. This is brilliant and sustainable. Thank you, Group 2.
Up next, we have the final presentation from Material 513.
This group focused their research on something very close to home. The project is titled Physical Chemical Assessment of Household Tap Water in Bangwon and Jomtong area, Bangkok, Thailand.
An essential study for our local communities that shows some love and welcome to Sirawit Natakan Gerpon Pansa. Take it away, guys.
Good evening, judges. Today, we are going to present about the physical chemical assessment on tap water in Bangkok, Bangbon and Jomtong area, Bangkok, Thailand. My name is Hansa.
My name is Sirawit.
My name is Natakan.
My name is T.
First of all, water is one of the most important resources in our daily life. We use water every day for drinking, cleaning, cooking, and many other activities. However, many people don't know that the tap water in their homes is completely safe. So that's why we are going to present about this project. Next, I will talk about the background of our project first. let's start with the cause of the problem. Tap water is clean before it's sent to our homes, but the quality can be changed a bit because of the dirty pipes, dirt, or the sediment in the water system. So it is important to check the water regularly. And the next thing is the effect of the problem. If the water quality is not that good, it may look a bit cloudy, have a strange smell or taste. So that's why we are going to solve this problem. So how we came up with this project? We chose this topic because we want to solve the problem that not everyone has access to the clean water. And our project study water quality and help people understand its condition and also encouraging awareness of the water quality. Our next thing is the objectives of the project. The first is to assess the physical chemical quality of tap water by measuring pH, alkalinity, TDS, EC, and water appearance. And the second is to determine if tap water meets acceptable water quality standard. And the third one is to evaluate the suitability of tap water for everyday use. And the last one is to promote awareness of tap water quality.
And next, we will talk about the chemicals and apparatus. First, we prepare 4 beakers containing a water samples, the pH meter, the magnetic stirring, hot plate, 50 milliliter burette and 25 pipette for measuring the water samples. Magnetic stirring 1000 milliliter volumetric flash, sulfuric acid solution, potassium chloride solution for keeping the pH meter, TDS EC meter. Next is how we measure the pH of the water sample. The experiment was done by 4 samples that we collecting by our members' houses. And we measure the pH at a specific time. Each are 7 a.m., 12 a.m. and 5 p.m. And this is for this step for the pH. First, we prepare 4 beakers and then fill them with 50 milliliters of tap water. Then wash the pH meter with distilled water and submerge the pH meter into the first water sample. Then sow the pH meter lightly. Then we wait until the result is stable. And then we know the result. We'll do the 4th time. We'll do this 4 times and notes for the result. And the next is alkalinity test. We use the same beaker as the pH. We use 4 samples, which is the same as the previous one. And we measure it for 5 days by transfer 50 milliliters of tap water into a beaker. Then we stir a sample, or measuring until the pH reach 6.5. Then we slowly added sulfuric acid until the endpoint was reached 4.5. And then we record the amount of sulfuric acid used and calculate the alkalinity. Using formula 1000 over 50 ml of water times the milliliter that we use for the sulfuric acid. And then we repeat this experiment 4 times. And for each sample, we average the result to improve the accuracy.
And the third is TDS and EC test. The samples are always used the same experiment. We measured the TDS and EC test around the same time as the alkalinity test. Firstly, we prepared 4 beakers for our water samples, then filled the water samples at least 75 milliliters. Next, we opened the TDS and EC meter. Then we wash it with diluting water. Next we turn on the TDS and EC water and press mode bottom. Press mode bottom until it reaches ppm. Then we put the meter into the beaker, the first beaker, and we lightly stir it until the ppm is stable. Once the ppm is stable, we take out the meter and wash it with the diluting water. Then we do the sum for the rest of the beaker. Gather the same result. Then once we measure the TDS, we wash and change the unit to USCM for the EC. Then we do the same as for the EC. We do this experiments 4 times per samples. Since the time period is the same as the alkalinity test, we need to do the experiment 240 times in total. Once we measuring the TDS and EC test for all the samples of the day, we wash it with the diluting water and turn off and close it. Once gathering the result, we found the revenge average.
Next, the fourth and the final experiment is the appearance test. We each did the experiments at home. The test was only done one time per day. We did the experiments, the ocularity and the TDS and EC test. So first, we grab a glass bottle. Then we filled with a tap water. Then we use the light. Then we shine a light at the bottle. Then we observe the water experiment. Then, if we want, you can take a photo of the bottle and observe the water like this picture. And we do the same experiments 5 days per week for 3 weeks. And we gather the result and describe the result overall.
Okay, now for the results of the experiments. So the first experiment is the pH test. The result shows us that the water samples have different pH and temperature. The discussion, what do the results mean? The results mean that the pH and temperature is different at different specific times a day. What do they imply? They imply that the pH and temperature can change over time based on the line graph. Is it a good or bad result? Overall, the result is in the average standard range, so which means it's good. The next experiment result is the alkalinity test. The result shows us that the pH samples have different alkalinity because of the amount in milliliters of sulfuric acid used to calculate the milligrams per liter of calcium carbonate. Discussion. What do the results mean? The results mean that the alkalinity is different every time you do the experiment. What do they imply? The results imply that the alkalinity is different for each sample based on the line graph increasing and decreasing. Is it a good or bad result? Overall, the alkalinity result is in the standard range, which means it is good. The third experiment is the TDS and EC test. The result shows us that the water samples each have different TDS and ECs. However, sometimes two samples can have the same TDS but different ECs. And two samples can have different TDS but same EC. Discussion. What do the results mean? The results mean that the water sample have different TDS and EC. What do they imply? They imply that the TDS and EC is different every week from the line graph being different every week. Is it a good or bad result? Overall, the result is in the average standard range, which means it is good. Finally, is the appearance test. The result shows us that tap water in each of our members' houses have different appearances and cleanliness. However, Individual results for each time for each water is consistent. Discussion. What do the results mean? The results mean that the water of appearance of everybody's house is different. What do they imply? The results imply that everybody's house have different water appearance and cleanliness based on the comparison of the results in the grid. Is it a good or bad result? Overall, the tap water appearance is relatively clean.
Then for the conclusion, so conclusion one is Tayo has successfully observed top water physical chemical quietly by testing the pH, alkalinity, TDS, and water appearance. Concluding two, Tayo have been able to confirm that the results have meant acceptable water standard. Concluding three, Tidal has evaluated that the water is safe for everyday use based on its physical chemical property. And the last, the conclusion four, we use the result of this project to promote awareness of top water equality. Now you're ready for your answer, judges.
Thank you for your presentation, student. Okay, are you back, right? You back to the result? You back to result. Okay, the first result, you have 4 results. Okay, and the first, right, the first, okay. Why you know that it's are pretty good? Good, right? Pretty good, right? The results are pretty good. Why you know that? Okay, from your presentation, okay, in your presentation, you have to show the quality range. Okay, you know that. Okay, you have to show the pH. It should be example is a 6 to 7. It's pass. You have to get the information from ministry. You know, Ministry of Public Health.
Yeah.
You have to show your slide, okay? But right now you can answer T. You answer
Yes.
the length you pass, right? This one pass. Quality length, you know? Answer quality length of the pH.
So the average of the quality of the water is, for example, is around 6.5 to 7. So if it around that, we consider it as average.
Okay, it's average. Okay, you have to get the information from Ministry of the Public Health. Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Great data and excellent analysis. Thank you, Group T. That wrap up our Matthew 513 presentation.
But the innovation doesn't stop here.
It's time to move over to our oldest senior students from class 613.
Starting off the Material 613 segment, we have a project focused on medical technology. It's titled Development of a Smart Tourniquet System Using Pressure Sensors and Real-Time Monitoring Technology.
This sounds like something straight out of a sci-fi hospital. Please welcome our next presenters to the stage. ชยากร นาราพัฒน์ เจริญจิต ราวีพัฒน์ The stage is yours.
Good afternoon, everyone. We are from M613. I am Jaranjit Anhamsabat.
I'm Happy Singh.
So, our topic is development of a smart tourniquet system. Let's proceed to the next slide. Talking about the background of our project. Today, the traditional tourniquet rely on the and another of our group member is
ชยากร วงศ์สกุล
sorry. So the normal tourniquet is have heavily impact from saving life, from losing so much blood, like let's call it bleeding. However, it has one big problem, which is we cannot measure it directly. Like we need to gauge the actual value of the tightness or the looseness. So the effect of looseness is if it's too loose, it cannot stop the bleeding, so it may cause death. Or if it's too tight, it can damage to the muscle and the nerve, and even the patients can lose their arms or legs. So we want to make this project by combining those functions. So replace the guessing with the mass technology. So those functions that I have mentioned is first sensors, timer and alarm, and the last one is Wi-Fi monitoring. What sensors do? Sensors can help the measurement can like more accurate, and the timer and alarm can see how long have it been on. Last one is Wi-Fi monitoring. You can look at the website of the tourniquet like in the real time. And then let's look at our project goals. The first goal is to build a smart tourniquet with pressure and time tracking. The second one is to test the accuracy and the Wi-Fi system of our tourniquet. And last one is to keep costs low, especially around 1,400 baht for affordable safety.
These are the steps of building and preparation. So firstly, we design our enclosure using AI, computer AI design software, or you can call it CAD. And step 2, you 3D print it out about the enclosure. And step 3, you prepare the pressure cuff and install the pressure sensor. Step 4, assemble the microchip or microcontroller circuit and connect the temperature sensor. Step 5, install LED monitor displays for the pressure. And step 6, we program the system. Step 7, we integrate the Wi-Fi module and connect to real-time monitoring website. And step 8, we test it and calibrate the power measurement sensor.
Next one, let's look at the imaging testing. The first one is to test the pressure sensor accuracy. Before building a whole system, we need to make sure to the correct number of the measurements, such as the tightness or looseness, by to see the weight of the sensor that we have placed it on our smart tourniquet. Please, using the data, so the data create a calibration curve to turn the electric to a pressure value.
We tested data transmission distance up to 10 meters, evaluating transmission latency and packet loss to ensure reliability during emergency transportation.
So, about the timer and alert system, we test the system while running for 15 minutes. Then we compare it to digital stopwatch, and also we increase pressure to 180 mmHg to test the alert system. Finally, we let the timer run past time limit to check if it runs okay.
We evaluated power sensor capacity to read real-time heart rate from the subject.
This one is our result of testing the pressure and also the web dashboard. Okay, so the OLED screen instantly shows the live pressure and elapsed time. The pressure and LED lights trigger immediately when the pressure is increased or decreased. Another one is Wi-Fi web dashboard. Receive live data with almost zero delay.
Wi-Fi module maintain a robust connection with the result of average transmission latency under 1.5 seconds and zero packet loss in 10 meters range.
Result of the timer and alert system. The timer works perfectly fine and it works correctly and with no delay. The LED turn on green when the pressure is reached to the limit. And once the pressure exceeds 180, the limit was reached. The buzzer and the blinking LED lights will turn on and warn the user.
Our power sensor is successful detect. However, verifying pulse during full arterial occlusion requires medical training hours. As access was limited during our development, we still wait for hospital to accept our request.
Here are the conclusion. So, the smart tourniquet works successfully, and all the functional objective exactly as expected. The system is combined accuracy, real-time pressure tracking, precise elapsed time monitoring, and instant audio visual warning alerts to minimize human error. Furthermore, the integrated Wi-Fi module and remote monitoring web dashboard function perfectly.
Hello boys. So your project is, I like it. So here's my question. What is the ideal pressure range for a tourniquet to stop the uncontrolled bleeding? Do we have a pressure range?
We set the pressure about 180 mmHg, so the user can detect how much pressure he applied.
How did you test your tourniquet?
Which part of testing? Pressure, timer, or pulse verification?
Have you tested this to a patient?
You cannot test it on patient since the pressure is really high. It can crush the patient arm. So we need the medical training arms to use. But however, we have asked for the medical arms from the hospital. We are still waiting for they to accept our request.
All right, thank you, boys.
Thank you, sir.
Mic test. Thank you. Thank you, boys. I would like to inform everyone that we still have 3 more presentations, and after that, we're going to announce the winners for lower and higher secondary. And I would like to remind the next presenters to present only from 5 to 7 minutes. Thank you.
Smart tourniquet system. Wow, that could literally save lives in the future. Fantastic job, Group 4.
Absolutely. Now let's see what our 5th group has prepared for us.
Our 5th presentation of the afternoon is titled Effects of Various Solutions on Delaying Browning in a Food.
Oh, this is a project I can use in my kitchen. Let's give a very warm welcome to Patnisha, Kunpisit, and Napat.
Let's welcome them up.
effects of various solutions on delaying browning in fruits. My name is Nuvisit Chabayong.
My name is Panisha Patipan.
My name is Napajanga.
So when the apples and pears are cut, they turn brown because of the enzyme called polyphenol oxidase. It react with oxygen in the air. In this study, we test different solutions to find out which solution work the best. To slow down the browning and keep the fruit fresh.
Our objectives are firstly is to investigate effect on different solutions on the browning of cutted fruit, cutted apples and pears. Secondly is to determine which solution best prevents the appearance and quality of the cutted apples and pears. And lastly is the relationship between the solution concentration and the rate of browning. Next is the enzymatic browning. The enzymatic browning is the process of fruits such as apples and pears that turn brown after they get cut. This happens because of an enzyme called the polyphenol oxidase that reacts with the oxygen, causing the production of brown pigments on the fruit surface. The speed of the browning can be affected by factors such as the oxygen, acidity, and the temperature.
Polyphenol oxidase is a natural enzyme found in fruit. When the fruit is cut and exposed to air, PPO react with oxygen and causes the fruit to turn brown. The material that we are going to use in this experiment is apple, pear, orange juice, lime juice, tea, salt water, and digital weighting scale. So first we have to prepare 5 treatments. We prepare lime juice, orange juice, tea, salt water, and no solution at all. Next step, we have to cut the apples and pear into equal slices and record their initial mass. Measure the weight of an apple and pear before soaking. After that, we will soak the fruits in the solution for 5 minutes. Then after 5 minutes pass, we will remove the slices and pat them dry. Next, we will record the final mass and then leave the fruit slice at room temperature for 3 hours. And then after that, we will observe and compare the color changes and overall appearance of each sample to determine which solution worked the best.
We're going to calculate for the absorption capacity and the absorption percentage of both the apple and pear by using these formulas. First formula is the final absorption capacity, which is final mass minus initial mass, and the second formula being the absorption percentage, which is absorption capacity divided by initial mass times 100. You see, this is the absorption capacity of the apples. Absorption percentage of the apples. Yeah. Next is the absorption capacity of the pear and the absorption percentage.
For our first objective, we investigated how different solutions affect the browning of apples and pears. We found that all solutions delayed browning compared with the control group. For the second objective, lime juice was the most effective solution for preventing browning in both apples and pears, while the control group browned the fastest. For our third objective, we compared the treated foods with the control group. The treated foods stay fresher and brown more slowly. This shows that solutions help reduce enzymatic browning and preserve the appearance of the foods. This table shows the absorption of each solution. Tea had the highest absorption, followed by salt water, lime juice, orange juice, and the control group. However, lime juice was still the most effective solution for preventing browning. This suggests that higher absorption does not always mean better browning prevention. In conclusion, lime juice was the most effective solution for delaying food browning. We also found that higher absorption did not always result in better preservation. Overall, we successfully achieved all three objectives of our experiment. Thank you.
Good afternoon. I would just like to ask on, will the solution that you prepared to lessen down the browning not affect the taste of the fruits being preserved? Will it not affect the taste of the food being preserved? You're able to achieve, yeah, it prevents the browning, but will it not affect the taste? And you have suggested, or based on your result, it says like pure juices would extend, or would really lessen down the browning. So soaking those fruits like apple and pears on a pure juice, on your lime, orange juice, would it affect the taste? Have you tried?
I already tried some. For the orange and the tea have very good taste, but other than that, it doesn't really have good taste.
Okay, so what can you suggest then?
Not to eat.
Not to eat, and our mere purpose is preserving the external appearance, the browning. Fruits are for eating, definitely. And so if you advise us not to eat, so it's just like not for us to use those solutions, right? So we are only after of the outside appearance, but you don't care much on the taste of the fruit. That's your study all about, right? On the browning, but not on the taste, despite of the fact that you used apple and pear, which supposedly to be eaten, right? Yeah, any Jeng? Any rebuttal on my statement? So you just agree on what I've said. It's not for eating. Okay. Thank you so much. Appreciate your presentation. Thank you.
Thank you, Group 5. Now I finally know how to keep my apple fresh for longer.
A super practical project. Now let's move on right along to Group 6.
Our 6th project group from Class 613 will be sharing their research on a specialized protective layer. The project is titled Chitosan Coating Solution.
Let's put our hands together and give them a massive welcome to our final presenting team. Chayapon, Noppadon, Supasupta, Hinari.
Let's hear it from them.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Pinali Punjali. My name is Pasuta Jasadatan.
My name is Siapon Hashtawa.
My name is Navarong Sakaka.
Today we are going to present about cytosine coding solution. In the background, the root cause of the problem, shrimp shell waste from the seafood industry. Large quantity of shrimp shell are discarded despite containing variable chitin. Limit use of natural food preservative, eco-friendly alternatives are not widely used. The effect of the problem: increased food waste. Food have a short shelf life and spoil rapidly. The environmental pollution from shrimp shell disposal. Shrimp shell waste contributes to unpressed odor and pollution. The project idea is exploit the use of cytosine as a nature edible coating to preserve food. Recognize the short shelf life of fresh food and the result of food waste. Project slope is convert shrimp shell waste into variable cytosine. Use cytosine as an edible coating to extend food shelf life, reduce food waste, and promote environmentally friendly waste utilization.
Our project is about extracting cytosine from shrimp shell. The reason why we choose shrimp shell because they are a waste product for food industry, but they still contain a natural substance called chitin. Once we get chitin, we will convert it into cytosine. Cytosine is biodegradable and has antimicrobial properties, which help inhibit the growth of some microorganisms. Because of these properties, cytosines can be made into a clean edible coating. In this project, we focus and study on potential of an edible coating for preserving fresh food. These are our objectives. The first objective is to apply cytosine as a coating material for food. The second objective is to evaluate the effectiveness of cytosine coating in extending food shelf life. The final objective is to promote the utilization of shrimp shell waste as a valuable biomaterial instead of throwing it away.
Material we have shrimp shell, distilled water, acrylic acid, hydrochloric acid, sodium hydroxide, thermometer, pH meter. Filtration paper, enamel flag, breaker, garbage cleaner, wash bottle, barometric flag, glass, stirring board, vinegar, funnel, magnetic stir bar, mortar and pestle, oven, select fruit banana, select fruit whip, mango, select fruit strawberry.
Next, we are proceeding to our preparation of the chemicals. First, our first step is to prepare the shrimp shell. Then we have to gather 200 grams of fresh shrimp shell. Then we wash it thoroughly by tap water, then followed by the distilled water. Then we dry the shells into oven at 80 to 100 degrees Celsius. After we dry it and it has been completely dried, we grind it into small particles, and which is almost a powder, to increase the surface area for extraction. In the second step, we are proceeding the demineralization, which is we are removing the calcium carbonate and other minerals out from our sample. Then we weigh the grind shrimp and we add 1 mole of hydrochloric acid at the ratio of 1 to 10. Stir gently and leave the reaction for 30 to 60 minutes. After that, we filter the sample and wash it until the pH has become nearly 7 or it's closely to the neutral. The next step is the deproteinization, which is we are going to remove all of the protein from the shrimp shell. We're doing it by adding 5% of sodium peroxide solution to the demineralized sample. And then we heat it up to 80 Celsius degree for 2 hours. After that, we are washing it by distilled water until the pH has become closely to 7. And the next step is the deacetylation covered, which is we are converting chitin into chitosan. We're starting it by mixed extracted chitin with 50% of sodium hydroxide. Then we heat the mixture at 90 to 120 Celsius degree for 3 to 4 hours. Then we filter the product and wash it with distilled water until it becomes neutral or closely to 7. After that, we oven it again. Then last but not least, we are preparing an edible coating, which is we mix the chitosan with the 1% of acetic acid. Then stirring it continuously until a homogeneous solution is obtained. Then we are removing any undissolved particles if necessary by using the filter paper again. Then we are coating it or treatment group fruits with the chitosan solution. As our last, the data collection and analysis. Observe the fruits for 5 consecutive days. Compare the coated and uncoated fruits. Analyze changes in appearance, color, freshness, and the mold development. Then determine whether the chitosan coating effectively delayed spoilage and maintained food quality.
Appearance, observation, color change assessment, freshness, and mold observation. We saw banana, chitosan cold bananas show slower color change. Brown spot appear later than in uncold bananas. Cold bananas remain accessible for a longer period. Coating delays softening and wrinkling. Cold mangoes maintain better freshness until day 5. Strawberry chitosan coating delay more grow. Cold strawberries remain fresh longer than uncold strawberries. Summary. In short, we found that our chitosan coating solution successfully improved
deterioration. Cold fruit retain freshness longer. More development. Strawberry uncold more appear on day 3. Cold more appear on day 5. Mango uncold small more spot on day 5. Cold no more observed.
Here is our conclusion. So, to approach the objective one, the chitosan was successfully extracted from shrimp shell waste and prepared as an edible coating. And our conclusion two, the chitosan coating helped delay fruit deterioration by reducing moisture loss, slowing color changes, and minimizing microbial spoilage. And our conclusion three, this study demonstrates that shrimp shell waste can be converted into valuable chitosan, providing a biodegradable and sustainable material for food preservation while reducing seafood processing waste. Thank you.
Hello.
Good afternoon, teacher.
All right, so here's my question. How does chitosan inhibit the microbial growth?
It delay the development of mold.
Again, please.
Our chitosan coating solution are delaying the mold development in fruits and keep more freshness of the fruits.
And why chitosan is considered as biodegradable?
Because chitosan can be dissolved in by natural in our natural, like it can degradable by itself. Yes, since it's made from chitin that we extracted from our shrimp shells.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, teacher.
Thank you, M6.
Thank you, teacher.
Just want to remind everyone, we're gonna have the last presentation, and then we're going to announce the winners for lower and higher secondary. Thank you. Hello.
Awesome job, Group 6. Thank you so much for the presentation.
And now, Bright, we have officially reached our final project presentation of the afternoon.
To wrap up our higher secondary research presentation, our final team from Class 613 will be sharing their project titled Microbial Fuel Cells.
Generating clean energy from microorganisms. That sounds awesome. Let's show them some love and welcome our presenters, Anon, Siddharth, Hananat, and Asi.
Take it away, guys.
Bueno.
Good afternoon, ladies, gentlemen, all the students and judges. We are the Microbial Fuel Cells Group, and we are proud
very proud to present the project. My name is Siddharth from M613.
My name is Arnold Damta from M630.
My name is Isilimia from M630.
My name is Tarana Samagasem from M630.
So, before we are going to talk about the project, I want to tell you about the motivation and the inspiration of our project first. So, right now in Thailand we are in the rainy season, right? And it's like a rain almost every single day. Hello. Okay. So now in Thailand, right now in Thailand, we are in the raining seasons, and we all know that during the rainy seasons, it comes with the significantly high accumulation of the standing water. Like this one that I'm holding is the standing water from our school. Unfortunately, these standing water aren't utilized or managed properly, so it can lead to further problems such as health problem or smell pollution. Yeah, this one is very smelly. However, we discovered that most of the standing water during the rainy seasons contains a lot of organic matter, which making it become the place perfect for the growth of the microorganisms. And according to the research that we have looked up in the internet, we found that these microorganisms can release electrons during its metabolism process. So we came up with the study of the microbial cells, and we hope that our microbial cells can solve the problem of pollution or diseases and turning it into this alternative source of energy that is clean and more sustainable. Okay, so that is all for the inspiration and motivation of our project. Let's proceed to our objective.
So, for our objectives, one is to study about the production of the circuit for the current from the microorganism in the stagnant water in nature. And second, to design and create the best microbial fuel cell in order to utilize and contain this water. And third, to compare the amount of electricity between salt water and dirty water.
These are the material that we need for this experiment. First, we need the soft rate. The soft rate is allowing the ion to move between the two solutions and complete the electrical circuit. And then we use voltmeter and the ammeter. The voltmeter is to use to measure the voltage that produced by the microbial fuel cell, and the ammeter is to measure the electrical circuit. And we use the wire to connect all the components and to complete the electrical circuit. And we use copper bar and the silver. Copper bar is act as the cathode where electrons are received, and silver is act as an atom where electrons are released. And we use the dirty water because it contains the microorganisms and the organic matter that help generate the electricity. And then we use source water, it acts as an electrolyte. And the first that is we need to get the dirty water because it contains the microorganism and the organic matter. And then we connect all the wire because we need the electron to complete the electrical circuit. And then we put the wire in the water to allow the electron chemical to complete the electrical circuit. And then we test the amount of the voltage and the current to record the electrical output from the micro fuel cell. And then we repeat the process with the salt water to compare the electrical outcome with the dirty water. And then we combine the salt water and the dirty water to investigate whether adding salt is improve the conductivity and the electrical generation. And then we compare all the results to identify which method produce the highest voltage and the current. And then we create the prototype to demonstrate to the final design of the microbial fuel cell and cell based on the best performing method.
So for the emission testing, first for the dirty water method. First, in each cup, put copper and zinc, which are connected to the valves into the dirty water as a cathode and anode. And then connect them together as the direct circuit. Then measure the amount of the voltage and the current. Next is the salt water method. So first mix the salt and water to make an electrolyte solution, and then we construct the same circuit as the previous one, but we change the dirty water to the salt water. Next, for the combined water method, first we combine dirty water and salt water together. 2 cups of dirty water and maybe 2 cups of salt water. Then we connect them together to the direct circuit and then measure the amount of the voltage and current.
Methodology for the study utilized microbial food cells where electrogenic bacteria, the anode electron. Those microorganisms oxidize organic matter, generating proton and electron. Electron travel through external circuit containing a normal resistor to cathode chamber. When they combine with proton and the electron acceptor, typically oxygen or chemical object to complete the circuit. Performance is continuously monitored, where a data log to record voltage, enabling the calculation of current efficiency based on chemical oxygen demand. Result of the dirty water. The dirty water can produce voltage of 0.7 volts. The voltage becomes lower over time. The dirty water could produce a current of 0.45 amp, but they become lower over time. The result shows dirty water can accept electrolytes and generate electricity. The highest will record 0.7 and then may go down. The salt water can produce voltage of 1.5 volt and then become lower over time. Salt water could produce a current of 2 milliamp.
current becomes lower over time. Salt water produces maximum voltage of 1.6 volt and a minimum current of 2 milliamps. Combined water. The combined water will produce voltage of 1 volt, and then the voltage becomes lower over time. Combined water could produce a current of 1.5 milliamps, but then the current becomes lower over time.
Based on the finding or the experiment that we test about the voltage and current of this water, salt water can generate the highest electrical energy reach to 1.6 volt and 2 milliampere, following by the dirty water which combined with the salt water and the only dirty water, the biofuel. However, although these water generate the electricity and obviously decrease over time, we can clearly prove that this water can literally create the electricity and it can work with a small electrical device. So this project can demonstrate that this water have potential to be the alternative source for our human being in the future with the further development. Thank you for listening, everyone. We are ready for your question.
Hello boys.
Hello teacher.
Alright, so here's my question. Only one question. How do microorganisms generate electricity in a microbial fuel cell?
From our research, the microorganism will colonize and make like a group, a community inside around the copper, which is the anode, not anode, the cathode side for the microbial fuel. And during the process of metabolism of the organic matter, during the eating process of the food inside the dirty water, it can generate and release a little bit of electrons, and all the electrons will transport from the cathode to the anode side of microbial fuel and making it like a electrical circuit.
Okay, so what type of bacteria is inside in that water?
To be honest, we cannot define the type of bacteria because we have tried to observe, but the microorganism inside is like they are moving and it's hard to see and identify. So we don't really know.
Okay, thank you boys. So your presentation, it is very nice and you presented well. Thank you.
Incredible work, Group 7. Let's give one more massive roaring round of applause for Group 7. You all did an absolutely phenomenal job.
Seriously, the future of science is looking so bright, bright. The aftermath isn't over yet, right?
Not even close. Look at the clock. It's 15:50 p.m., which means it's time to announce the winner. This is part of the script. Part of the script.
Yes, the winners. But before that, please stay seated as we move into our official closing remarks.
To lead us into closing ceremonies, please give a warm welcome to Teacher Lin.
Okay นะคะ come to the end of our project work today นะคะมาถึงช่วงสุดท้ายแล้วเนาะนะคะ before we announce the winner of science project work today นะคะ I would like to invite our assistant director นะคะ to give up closing speech นะคะ and after that นะ we will follow by giving reward to the winner นะคะโอกาสนี้ขอเรียนเชิญค่ะท่านรองนะคะศิรรัตน์ชัยศิริค่ะมากล่าวปิดงานนะคะด้านนะคะเพื่อหลังจากนั้นนะคะก็จะเป็นการมอบรางวัลนะคะเป็นลำดับต่อไปค่ะ
ก็เรียนคุณครูและบุคลากรทางการศึกษานะคะแล้วก็วันนี้นะคะก็เรียนท่านคณะกรรมการทั้ง4ท่านนะคะในส่วนของการดำเนินการวันนี้ทางโครงการห้องเรียนพิเศษนะคะEnglish โปรแกรมจัดกิจกรรมนะคะการนำเสนอโครงงานด้านวิทยาศาสตร์ของนักเรียนม.ต้นแล้วก็ม.ปลายนะคะในวันนี้ถือว่าเป็นการทำให้เด็กๆได้แสดงศักยภาพนะคะในเรื่องของการดำเนินงานร่วมกันตั้งแต่การวางแผนนะคะในเรื่องของการดำเนินการนะคะการทำงานร่วมกันเป็นทีมรวมทั้งการสร้างสรรค์ผลงานนวัตกรรมโครงงานที่เกิดขึ้นกับเด็กๆทุกคนทำให้เด็กๆเรียนรู้นะคะในการทำงานร่วมกันนะคะความสามัคคีการสื่อสารข้อมูลร่วมกันเพื่อการทำงานนะคะและวันนี้ก่อนที่เด็กๆจะมานำเสนอเชื่อมั่นเหลือเกินว่าเด็กๆคงได้มีการเตรียมความพร้อมในเรื่องของชิ้นงานของตัวเองมีการรีเช็คชิ้นงานก่อนที่จะมานำเสนอจริงในวันนี้แล้วก็ได้เห็นศักยภาพในเรื่องของการสื่อสารการแก้ปัญหาเฉพาะหน้ารวมทั้งการดำเนินการร่วมกันต่างๆของทีมของตัวเองแล้ววันนี้ไม่ว่าสุดท้ายแล้วผลของการแข่งขันใครจะเป็นผู้ชนะหรือใครจะไม่ได้รับรางวัลก็ตามเชื่อมั่นว่าเด็กๆทุกคนได้แสดงศักยภาพอย่างเต็มที่แล้วก็จะเป็นประสบการณ์ที่ดีในการต่อยอดให้กับเด็กๆในอนาคตต่อไปนะคะต้องขอบคุณทางคณะกรรมการนะคะทีเชอร์ทุกท่านเลยวันนี้ที่เป็นคณะกรรมการแล้วก็ท่านอาจารย์นะคะที่วันนี้มาให้ความอนุเคราะห์เป็นคณะกรรมการเช่นเดียวกันนะคะแล้วก็ขอบคุณทางโครงการห้องเรียนพิเศษค่ะที่ดูแลเด็กๆตลอดการดำเนินกิจกรรมรวมทั้งเด็กๆทุกคนเลยวันนี้ให้ความร่วมมือเป็นอย่างดีในเรื่องของการเข้าร่วมกิจกรรมนะคะพรุ่งนี้มีกิจกรรมอีก1 วันการนำเสนอโครงงานนะคะในส่วนของคณิตศาสตร์นะลูกพรุ่งนี้นะคะก็หวังเป็นอย่างยิ่งว่าจะได้เห็นศักยภาพของเด็กๆนะคะเหมือนเช่นวันนี้เช่นเดียวกันวันนี้ขอบคุณเด็กๆทุกคนคุณครูทุกท่านเป็นอย่างยิ่งค่ะขอบพระคุณค่ะ
นะคะเป็นยังไงเอ่ยรู้สึกตื่นเต้นกันหรือยังอยากทราบผลหรือยังคะนะคะระหว่างตื่นเต้นอยากทราบผลกับกลับบ้านอันไหนมากกว่ากันลูกนะคะอีกนิดเดียวนะคะให้คณะกรรมการนะคะได้รวบรวมคะแนนนะเดี๋ยวเราก็จะได้ทราบผลการแข่งขันของวันนี้แล้วนะคะเดี๋ยวคณะกรรมการของเรานะคะก็จะได้ประกาศผลนะคะการนำเสนอโครงงานวิทยาศาสตร์นะคะที่ได้รับรางวัลชนะเลิศรองชนะเลิศอันดับ1รองชนะเลิศอันดับ2นะคะวันนี้เรามาลุ้นกันค่ะว่าม.ต้นจะเป็นใครม.ปลายจะเป็นใครนะคะ
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, the moment we've all been waiting for has arrived. Are you excited to know the result? Are you excited to receive your award? Yes. You're tired, but you have to be very excited, okay? So again, to every participant, before I announce the winners, to every participant, thank you for your creativity, your hard work, and passion for science. Thank you so much. You're all winners in your own way. And now, without further ado, let's recognize our outstanding teams for lower secondary. And we are requesting our Vice Director for Academic Affairs to please hand the awards and be on stage. So to give the awards and also to be given by Teacher Lin and Teacher Nan, requesting you both to be on stage to give the award with our Vice Director. Are you ready to hear your name? You're not ready. We will not be giving the awards. Are you ready to hear your name? Yes. No energy. You cannot go home. Are you ready to get your award? Yeah. That's it. Okay. For our third place, lower secondary. Third place, garnering an average score of 87.67. We have Mini Tornado. Mini Tornado Interceptor, Harriet, Nana, Zen, and Viva. Please be on stage. Congratulations, guys. A round of applause for the Mini Tornado researchers. Yeah, congratulations, guys. Harriet, Nana, Zen, and Viva. They are from 315. Yay, congratulations. Yes, the hard work paid off, guys. Yes, congratulations. You can just stay on the side. Yeah, guys, just stay at the side for the pictorials later. Now for our second place, garnering an average score of 88.3. Wheelchair towing attachment with Dodge, Boss, Loma, and First. Congratulations, wheelchair people. Yeah, the time that you've spent, now you're getting the fruit of it. Congratulations. And are you ready for our champion for the lower secondary? Are you ready? You're not ready. You're not ready. I will not announce. Are you ready to hear your name? Who do you think? Who do you think is going to be our first or our champion? M3 or M2? M3 or M2? M6. Okay. Yeah, for our champion, garnering an average score of 88.67%. Our champion is, yay, the Smart Blind King. Merry Christmas, Jang Jang, the third group. Jang Jang, Pam Pam, and Namcha. Are you still here? All alone, but winner. Okay, yes, come up on stage, please. Oh, the two ladies left already. They have extra class, maybe, or dates with someone else. Yes, thank you, Jang Jang. Yeah, congratulations. Yes, congratulations, ladies, for winning the competition. Smart Blind King. So it's okay now to get blind because we already have our Smart Blind King. Congratulations, lower secondary. May we request all of you guys to come up at the center for and may I request the teachers, the judges, please on stage to take photo. John, please on stage. Now on stage. Yeah, bring your flag, your card. And for the information of everyone, the first place, the champion, they will get a full score for their midterm test result. So John, you will be getting full score for your midterm test. Hey, smile everyone. Mini heart. One more, can we point the students for getting, yeah, can you, yeah, please teachers, can we just point them? Yay! Yes, congratulations and thank you so much, Teacher Nan and Teacher Lin. Teacher JR for the announcement of the higher secondary result.
It is my pleasure and honor to announce the winners for the science project competition higher secondary level. M5 and M6, are you ready? Alright, without further ado, for third place, garnering 76.25% is the microbial fuel cell by Arlon, Sita, Kananaj, and Azin Lim. Please come here on stage to take the award. Quickly. Congratulations, boys. Now, come on, fly high to the sky. Everyone, please, a round of applause for them. A round of applause for them. Congratulations, boys. And for the second place, garnering. I forgot to put the percentage. But anyway, second place goes to Non, Patsalia, Papapin, and Jintapon for their comparative study of oil removal efficiency using activated carbon, spent coffee grounds, and sawdust at various temperatures. Congratulations, girls. And for the champion for higher secondary science project competition this year, 2026, garnering 94.75% goes to the design and integration of an AI-enhanced agricultural UAV decision support system by Gato, Yoke, and Mint. Thank you. I request the second and third placers to be here on stage again for final photo taking, and also for the judge to be here too. Congratulations to the winners of this year's science project competition. But before we end, I'd like to give our highest appreciation to the English program family, especially to